Welcome to my demonstration of my Silicon Valley project showcasing the life cycle of tech giants and their startups. And this key simulation uses key design patterns like builder, decorator, and strategy. And we'll see how this works in action. First thing I'll do is I'll clone my GitHub repo onto my desktop. And as you can see, it's cloned right here. So I'm going to open it, and I'm going to open in terminal, and I'm going to do Gradle clean build to build a project. This will build the project. And as you can see, it goes through the check style, spot bugs, and goes through the 23 tests. So it's building that. Alright, and build successful, and now we'll run the project using Gradle run. And here's the output. So as you can see, there's multiple year cycles. The first quarter is a corporate tax cut, which is a neutral event, and all companies pay 20% in taxes. So our initial startups, Finly, Medley, Softly, they all pay taxes, as you can see, reduced by 24%. They pay 20% in taxes. So in the first quarter, all the companies pay a taxes, corporate tax cut. And then there's a quarterly summary showing the revenue, market share, and etc. of and the level of the startup. And as you can see, the revenue has changed from the initial points, which was 120, and it's changed to 96. And it was 150 for Medley, and it went to 120. And for Innosphere, it went from 140 to 112 after paying the 20% taxes. In quarter two, the economic downturn event applies to the startups, and it affects some startups like the financial fintech startups. They have to pay uh, to the economic downturn, and healthcare startups, there's no effect applied for the startup type for healthcare. So as you can see, it's benefiting some startup types, and it's making the other startup types having to pay. And for operating systems, no effect applied for startup type. And then for quarter three, there's a regulatory scrutiny, which reduces market shares for the dominant startups. So this will go ahead, and if it's above a certain point, above 25%, it will reduce the market share. And as you can see, market share was reduced. All of them were above 25. It was 30, 35, and 40. They reduced by 10%. So 20, 25, and 30. And now in quarter four, the competitive battles are occurring, and this is a battle between Finly and Softly. So Finly is owned by Technova Giant, and then the Innosphere is owned by the tech giant. Softly is owned by the Innosphere tech giant, and so they're battling their startups. And so as you can see, price cutting and then an attack miss. So there's a probability of an attack missing, and then this price undercut reduced revenue of Finly by 15. And then there's trade secret theft, which reduces the net income, which is the attack power. So and there's also talent drain, which reduces market share. And as you can see, there's another tact miss. So these two startups are going to fight until one of them reduces the other revenue to zero. So in this case, Softly wins and reduced Finley's revenue to zero. And in that case, since Finley lost, it has been acquired by the tech giant who won the battle. So now we could see Innosphere has Finley, and its revenue is at one because it's given a little bit of health just so it survives. And so now Innosphere owns Finley from Technova. And so this goes again for the second time, and that goes through the quarterly events, the corporate tax cuts, the economic downturn, the regulatory scrutiny, and here's another battle between Medley and Softly. So those two battle, and then at the end, Medley wins, and when a startup wins, it gains 10 XP, and so it evolved to the Techstar level. And then Softly has been acquired by Technova because Softly lost to Medley, and here we could see the change. So Technova now has Medley and Softly, and the Finley's revenue is at zero. So this means that this tech giant has no startups, no valid startups left, and so that will end the simulation because there's only one tech giant with startups, and one tech giant has no startups. Now I will run through the tests of the project. So I will do Gradle test to run the test, and as you can see, the build is successful and all tests pass. And we'll run all the test commands like Gradle Jacoco test report, check style main, and the spot bugs main. And we will go to the IDE, and we will check the test outputs. So we're going to go to the reports of the folder, and here's the check style. And so this is what occurs. 11 files checked, 0 violations. So our check style has 0 violations. Now we'll go to the Jacoco report, and we're going to open this. And as you can see, 82% coverage here and 73% coverage here. So we have above 70% coverage on the Jacoco test reports. And now we will go to the spot bugs, and we will run the spot bugs. And as you can see, 0 warnings, so no spot bug warnings as well. And we could also go see the unit tests. We'll go to reports, test, and run this. And as you can see, 23 tests in our different packages: battle package, builder test package, decorator test package, and strategy test package, and all 100% successful. So all of our tests are passing. And now I will show you the GitHub's Action CI workflow. So as you can see, any push or pull allows the GitHub's Action CI pipeline to automatically run the build, test, check style, spot bugs whenever I push code changes, and this ensures check quality. And here's a latest one, and you could see right here, run check style successful, build successful, run spot bugs is successful, and running the unit test successful. So all of our CI pipeline on GitHub Actions is running successfully. And that is a quick rundown of the project. And thank you for watching this demonstration of the Silicon Valley Simulator, and I hope you enjoyed it.